Hello, distinguished viewers. Welcome to Simplified Maths Class once again. Simplified Maths Class, it has always been. And today, we'll be going straight to the topic, Sum of AP. But before we proceed, if you have not subscribed to our video, please kindly do us the favor by clicking on the red subscribe. And if you love the video at the end of the class, you give us a thumbnail. God bless you as you do that. All right, before we proceed to the sum of AP, in our last slide, we treated AP itself, the introductory aspect. We solved problems that involved AP. But there's this particular problem that was not solved, which I've decided to bring before I proceed to the sum of AP. It's a very interesting one, and I want you to have a fair idea about the problem. And it's on the board. They say we should insert three arithmetic means between 10 and 34. All right, so we have this 10, then we have star, 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 and then 34. It means that this is an AP series with the first term being 10 and the last term, which is the fifth term, being 34. Now, we don't know what the common difference is. We don't know what and what is added or subtracted to get subsequent terms or preceding terms. So for us to get the common difference, we have to do something. All right, so we are supposed to find the second term, the third term, the fourth term to form this AP series. How do we do that? Please watch. All right, so we've been given already that the first term A is 10. It's given. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth term has been given as 34. All right, please take note of that. The fifth term is 34. But also know that the fifth term has a formula, which of course is A plus 4D. So A plus 4D is 34. We already know how to find the end term of the AP series. So the fifth term is A plus 4D is 34. Now with this, A plus 4D is equals to 34. We can now substitute the value of A into the equation. So we are going to have 10 plus 4D is equals to 34. Which means our 4D will be 34, 10 crosses to be minus 10. Our 4D will be 34 minus 10 will give us 24, and D will be 24 divided by 4. That gives our D to be 6. So we have gotten the common difference, as simple as it seems. Now, after getting the common difference, it means we need to find the second term. All right, so our second term, of course, is A plus D. A is the first term, which is 10. D is the common difference computed, which is 6. So that gives us the second term to be 16. All right, so we can go ahead to find the third term. The third term, which is this. So our third term is A plus 2D. A is 10 plus 2 into D has been computed as 6. So we are going to have 10 plus 2 times 6, 12. So 10 plus 12 will give us 22. And then we need the fourth term. The fourth term, of course, is A plus 3D. A, the first term is 10. 3 into D, we have computed D to be 6. So we are going to have 10 plus 3 times 6, which is 18. And this will give us 28. Therefore, the AP series that was coded here is 10, being the first term. The second term, 16. The next term, 22. The next term, 28. And then the last term, which was 34. So this is the AP series that was coded here. The missing numbers now are 16, 22, and 28. And if you look at this AP series, you actually see that the common difference is 6. Because 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. 22 plus 6 is 28. And 28 plus 6 is definitely 34. So that's how we solve such problems where some terms in an AP series are hidden and you are asked to find the hidden terms. It's as simple as that. All right, so without waste of time, we'll be going straight to the sum of AP, which is our topic for today. All right, so we are taking the sum of AP. Now, the sum of an AP series is given by the formula S of n, sum of the nth terms, to be equals to n all over 2 into the first term plus the last term when the first and the last terms are given. Please take note of that. When once the first and the last terms of an AP series are given, for you to get the sum of that AP, you simply use this formula. All right, but if the AP is given as a sequence, now the sum of the AP will be given by the formula n all over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So this is the formula we use when the AP series is given as a sequence. Let's say 6, 8, 10, and so on. If it's given as a sequence this way, you use this formula. But if the first term and the last terms are given, they just give you A and they give you L, the very last term, you can use this formula. Okay, we are going to be taking one example with this and then one example with this to find the sum of the AP series. All right, now given the sequence, okay, like in the previous example we did for ordinary AP, where we said given 10 and 34, we should insert 3 arithmetic means. All right, now assuming this was it, and they say we should find some of the AP. Watch, the question will come this way: find the sum of the AP series whose first and last terms are 10 and 34 respectively. So the question might come this way: they've given you the first and the last terms without any other thing, and you're asked to find the sum of the AP. So what do? Solution. All right, so far we've given you the first term A, which is 10, and we have given you the last term, which is 34. It therefore means that the formula we'll use is formula 1. The sum of the nth terms of the AP series will be given as n all over 2 into A plus L. Why? Because the first and the last terms are given. So you simply use this formula for the sum. So we are going to have n itself, number of terms. Okay, because they must give you the number of terms. It must be given. Please take note of that. If 5 terms are involved, so in a situation like this where you're giving the first and the last terms, they will tell you the number of terms that are involved, because without it you won't know. All right, so the AP series, the first term is 10, the last term is 34, and the number of terms in the AP is given as 5. There are 5 terms in the AP. Now, for you to find that formula, you have S of n is equal to n all over 2 into A plus L. N itself is 5 all over 2 into the first term is given as 10 plus the last term is given as 34. So we are going to have 5 all over 2 into 10 plus 34 is 44. All right, so we are going to multiply 5 by 44. 5 times 44. So we have 220 all over 2. 5 times 44 is 220 all over 2. So it therefore means that the sum of the fifth terms of that AP series will give us 110. As simple as it is. So that's what we mean by the sum. What is this sum of the AP? This sum of the AP meaning that if you bring out all the series and you add, it will give you 110. That's what it means. Okay. In the previous example, we had 10. We were able to find the second term, and the second term was 16. We were able to find the third term, and the third term was 22. We were able to find the fourth term. The fourth term was 28. And we were able to find the last term was given as 34. So this was the AP series. It means that if you sum these elements all, you are going to have 110. That is, if you take 10 plus 16 plus 22 plus 28 plus 34, you should have 110, exactly 110. So that's what the sum of the AP tells you. It tries to tell you that when you bring the series out, what will be the sum? If you add all the values, what should be the sum? That's what we mean by the sum of the AP series. All right, so you use this particular formula when the first term, the last terms, and the number of terms is given. All right, that's when you use this formula. All right, but when you're given a sequence, a series of numbers, and you're asked to find the sum, you have to use the second formula. Let's take an example. Example 2. So we'll be asked to find the sum of the AP series. Alright, so number 2, find the sum of the first 8 terms of the AP series 60. Okay, so let's say 16, 53, 46. All right, so if you look at this series, you'll notice that they have given you an AP series that continues to infinity, which means that you only know the first term, but you don't know what the last term is, because the AP series continues to infinity. So you don't know what the last term is. And you're asked to find the sum of the first 8 terms. What do? It means you have to apply the second formula. And that second formula, the sum of the n terms of the AP series, is given by the formula n all over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the common difference. All right? So that's the formula we use, which is the second formula. Now here, we need to determine first our a. Our a, of course, is 60. The a is 60. We need to determine the common difference. As usual, the common difference is the second term minus first term. It doesn't change. So it's the second term, which is 53, minus the first term, which is 60. 53 minus 60 will give us a common difference of minus 7. Of course, when you see an AP series whose successive terms are decreasing, it means that the AP series has a common difference that is negative. But if you have an AP series whose successive terms are increasing, it means that the common difference of that AP series is a positive common difference. So by the fact that the successive terms are decreasing, you know that the common difference should be negative, because it is decreasing progressively. The AP series is decreasing progressively. So the common difference is negative. Alright, so that's why we have minus 7. 53 minus 60 is minus 7. Alright, so now we need to find the sum of the first 8 terms. The sum of the first 8 terms will be n, will be 8 all over 2 into 2 times a, the first term, which is 60, plus n, which is 8, minus 1 times the common difference, which is minus 7. Alright, so we need to find the sum. So 8 divided by 2 will give us 4 into 2 times 60 is 120, plus 8 minus 1 is 7 times a negative 7. So our 8 minus 1 is 7, and we are multiplying it by the common difference, which is minus 7. So we are going to have 4 into 120. 7 times a negative 7 will give us minus 49. Alright? So we have a minus sign here. This times this will change this sign to be negative. Alright, so we are going to have 4 times 120 minus 49 will give us 120 minus 49. So we are going to have 71. Then we can now multiply 4 times 71, and that gives us 284. It therefore means that the sum of the first 8 terms of that AP series will give us 284. How do we know if actually that's the truth? You can bring out the terms of that AP series. You can bring them out and see if really the sum of the first 8 terms will give you that. Alright, so we'll be given the first term as 6. The common difference is 7. So if you subtract 7, you have 53. The common difference is 7. 53 minus 7 is 46. 46 minus 7 is 39. 39 minus 7 is 32. 32 minus 7 will give us 25. 25 minus 7 will give us 18. 18 minus 7 will give us 11. Do we have up to 8 terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have up to 8 terms. Therefore means that if you've been able to get out the first 8 terms and you add them, you should have this sum, which is 284. So the formula gives you a direct way of knowing the sum instead of listing out all the terms for you to add them manually. That's what the formula does. And why is the formula so important? What if they're asking you to find the sum of the first 50 terms? Will you be able to start deducing or bringing out all the whole 50 terms to start adding? It will be very cumbersome. So the sum of the AP will just give you a straightforward answer that does not require you necessarily to bringing out all the 50 terms for you to add. Okay, so it means that if you take 60 and we add to 53 and then add to 46 and then add to 39 and then add to 32 and then add to 25, then add to 18 and then add 11, we'll have exactly 284, which is the sum of the first 8 terms of the series. So it's that simple. Whenever you're asked to find the sum of the n terms of an AP series, you either use the first formula, which involves when the first term, the last term, and the number of terms are given. So you use the first formula. But if you're asked to find the sum of the n terms of an AP series that is given to infinity, which of course you can get the first term and the common difference out, so you have to use the second formula. It is that simple to apply, and I believe after now there's no question that will come on sum of AP that you won't be able to solve. If you have any question to ask, please go to the comment section of our channel and indicate the question. I will respond to that question to solve your individual problem. But in the absence of any question, please subscribe to our video and give us a thumbnail, a like. God bless you as you do that. Until we meet next in our next slide, geometric progression, GP. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.